You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Call of Cthulhu. I'm your host, the Birdman known as Falcon. Don't even get me started with that entire...
Well, actually, Falcon, the way you truly pronounce Cthulhu is you got to regurgitate the fists, and you gotta give it a little...
You know what? Even Lovecraft himself pronounced that word a couple of different times himself, right? It's fine. Jokes aside. I've been looking forward to this game for a while. I'm a huge fan, as clunky as it was, I'm a huge fan of Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Now mind you, this is not connected to that in any way. That game was mostly based around the shadows over Innsmouth. This is more of an adaptation of a 80s tabletop RPG, is what I've read. I'm not really familiar with it myself, but this one is more about the Cthulhu mythos, whereas Dark Corners of the Earth was mostly about the story of Innsmouth. If you guys enjoy it, would like to see a bit more of it on the channel, let me know in the comments, and leaving a thumbs up, we could definitely do so. Kind of fits the entire October theme, even though we're pretty much wrapping up October, that's fine. Alrighty, so we're starting off with a bit of a loading screen here. Well, I already loaded, but Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency in Boston. Boston. Red Sox just won the World Series too, must be nice. Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case, able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. Let's go ahead and enter madness. Always fairly welcoming. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, can remain sane to the hideous end. That there be some Lovecraft quote, boys. Yeah, it's a shark. Alright, so we're just jumping into it, right? Dead sharks, entrails. This is how you move around. Okay. I feel like I need a little bit more volume. Give me a second here. I just want to make sure you guys can hear the voices correctly in the game. Alright, cool. So we're kind of like starting off here like the Evil Within. You know, the first one? Dude is over there like grinding up bodies and you're hanging upside down. It's a very similar workshop, except this guy over here is apparently working on sharks for whatever reason. Alright, let's continue down this way here. I mean, as we all know, the boy Cthulhu does come from the sea, from the abyss. So maybe you just don't really like sharks. Crouch. Crouch, crouch. Let it all out. So here we're doing the control crouching. See, in a lot of games you gotta use C. It bothers me, you know? Every game maker should get together and be like, you know what, let's come up with a universal way to crouch. Is it gonna be Control or C? We can't be confusing players too often this way. I mean, it's not really confusing, but still very, you know, annoying. So I'm like, yeah, just make up your minds. Got a chain here. Yeah, not surprised it's not gonna work. Normally human hands don't do a good job at taking chains apart. Oh. Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. I like how we're just gonna like dropped in here though and like nothing's explained to me. We have a lantern though, that's good. It just makes it a lot more eerie, you know, it's kinda like, alright, what's going on here? Is everything still fine? We have got a boat though. So. Oh, okay. You were a creature of some kind. See, I thought you were just like a stone popping out of the water. I'm gonna go now. Alright, what is... Oh, okay, there we go. Boat cutter. See, I would probably have a little bit more success against this chain than my bare hands did. Good. Alright, pop it, boy. There was another one over there, right?
Pulled along, fainting in a
Who is that? Who is that speaking to me in tongues? Oh, really? We gotta go around and cut it? That's fine. I know where it leads. Cool. Right now, I'm a bit more curious about this voice talking to me from the ether somewhere. Alright.
What a putrid offering.
And apparently there's also Shamu here. Free Willy, for those of you who remember that film. Free Willy! Yeah, I was a big fan of Free Willy, man. I had that VHS. Played it out like no other.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
You want me to run? Please don't chase me. See, I'm not sure what type of game this is, like when it comes, like, am I gonna be fighting stuff? Am I gonna be just running and hiding? No idea.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
How dare you utter such discretions around me? Alrighty. I mean, I'm more of a vodka guy myself, sure, but still. Can't go wrong with the classic. Alright, let's see here. So we got... That was just a nightmare. Good. Faceless people don't exist. Yet. And... office. Alright, so we got stuff to interact with here.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Sleeping pills. The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares. But for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Yeah, I don't think, that's really the best way to counteract, PTSD.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. A lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I used to be an avid reader.
Is that story going anywhere else? Alright, well, it just ends there.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
It's a regular old story of Bonnie and Clyde. No, it's not Bonnie and Clyde. It's Thelma and Louise. Bonnie and Clyde were male and female, and they killed a lot of people.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. But when you're already outside of the law, there's not a law what can do against a private detective who's got proof against. Really? Oh. Oh, okay. So I guess I was supposed to interact with all these things. I thought we just had to walk out the door or something.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
What you got here, buddy? So here we got... Ooh. Okay. So we got, like, a skill tree. Scroll circle. Whatever. Investigation points. Strength. Eloquence. Spot hidden. Psychology. Occultism, medicine. Alright, so cool. There's gonna be, like, a bit of a leveling system, too. Understanding the motivations of a person. Dude, that's pretty cool. So there's gonna be like different ways to kind of like solve cases, I guess. And some you could probably do and some you can based on the skills you got. That's actually fairly cool. Alright. I'm down with that. And inventory. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, hair of the dog that bit you, right? This will affect your destiny. Oh. Well, that's a very ominous thing to tell me, game. And not follow up on it. Alright, I'm coming. I'm coming. Go.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
So, let's see, I'm a novice when it comes to medicine, occultism. Professional when it comes to investigation, that's good. I mean, you are an investigator, so you'd imagine you should have a proficiency at it to begin with. I kind of want to get occultism. It feels like this might be very useful in this game. can I just save these points and then put them into investigation next? You know, let's just do spot hidden. Alright, we'll do that. And we got 2 points left over, which is not enough for anything else, but, oh, we could do medicine now. Improving this skill increases your chance of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Sure. You know, I'm a jack of all trades, apparently. Let's validate this. We good.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Just straight up hang up on her. You don't tell me when to work, lady.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
It's kind of rude.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Well, you know what they say about assumptions now, Doc.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Alright. So, let's see here. A notebook, examine the painting, and let's check out the Hawkins files first, I guess.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
The shipping label, some of it's unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36 in Darkwater. The police report says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater, to live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Alright. So I guess now we have information about this. I'm liking the entire detective aspect. I hope it keeps up with it the entire way through. Like you're supposed to gather clues to be able to solve cases properly. Let's check this out here. Oh, got a hold.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Well, I was still going over things before you interrupted me, but that was that picture right there, that drawing, was the dude that we saw in our dreams, I think. I'm not sure we can tell him that, though. You shouldn't take this painting lightly. That's apparently unlocked, so that might be unlocked based on our skills. I read about her mental fragility in the police report. Something's not right with the story. This requires investigation professionalism, which we do have. Oh, okay. So we can do this one because we are professional level investigation. And then find out about Warehouse 36 and where does Sarah Hawkins live. Alright, let's just go down the line then.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Yeah, normally when you see things randomly, it's not a good sign of good healthcare. Mental-wise, anyway.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Boston. It's Boston. Alright, that's all we need, I guess. Anything new here? Nope.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Okay, so leave for Darkwater, but we could also find out about Darkwater before we leave. We got plenty of books here, dude. What is this one here? A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all the illnesses known in the civilized world in detail and the symptoms of suitable treatment. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. Is this going to help me somehow? Obtained. Character sheet. Oh, I think, so finding books and stuff like that increases your skills too.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Whale hunting, huh? Well, we've seen plenty of that in our little weird dream that we had.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Well, let's go, dude. Let's do it. Let's see. Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Alrighty, so we're running a little bit longer with this video here, which I guess is fine. We'll probably get here and then start wrapping it up. But hey, if you guys are enjoying it, want to see a bit more, let me know in the comments. I'm leaving a thumbs up, and we can definitely do so. Otherwise, all the information for the game will be down below. I wish we could have gotten into a bit more, but it's, it's one of those games that takes a while to kind of get into itself. Alright, let's go ahead and enter madness here. Yet again, for the second time.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Well, there you have it. Okay, so we're here. The old light tower in the far-off distance. Okay, so we got a couple of things to do. Main objective would be to talk to Fitzroy, homeboy right there. But we still go to the bar and also talk to Bradley. Well, the first thing that drew my attention was apparently, yet again, another whale killed here. It seems to be a recurring theme thus far, so I guess we could probably go check that out. And also this lantern in the corner here with an ominous light is also fairly attracting, but you are nothing at all. Alright. Well, I was hoping to give my detective skills a bit of a workout here, you know? Oh, what is this over here? We could also check out the Prohibition. Yo, man, you better tell me a booze has been cut off here.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Yeah. Alright, let's go and find out.
Please move back. Let the police do their work.
Oh, Bradley's
Hey,
here.
Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You see how old this thing is?
It's a little crap.
Much will break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Alright, buddy, I understand. I gotta repeat what you're saying over and over. Only a specialist. I wonder that if I had like a higher skill in medicine, I could, check that out myself. Because when we interacted with it just now, it did give us the little medicine symbol, I think. So, cool. Based on our skills, we would interact differently with different things, too. Alright, just stop talking about the
They
chysters.
can't
The
understand.
Shut up,
same
dude.
goes for you, sir. Move along.
You're a very scary-looking fellow, Bradley. Ask about Warehouse 36. That's going to be important. These sailors get upset over nothing. They're totally out of your depth. Or you're totally out of your depth. Well, let's not piss them off just yet. Let's ask about Warehouse.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shyster!
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no
understand.
way.
You're
Oh,
not
just like that.
sailors.
Just blow me off
That's
that
a
way.
sign.
Oh, you suddenly
There's
can't tell me about Warehouse 36. No particular
Something
reason.
real bad.
Hey, but I want you to get a haircut, huh?
Don't put
Alrighty,
that beast
so-
back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
I guess we can't pass through there. There's another, like, small little posse up there, too. What does that say? Something whale? The stranded whale? Stranded whale. We gotta go to the bar still, and then talk to Fitzroy eventually. Well, let's step inside over here. Unfortunately, we are out of time, guys. I'm gonna start wrapping it up here. I hope you and... Man, this guy freaked me out. I thought that pipe was like part of his face, very elongated, and I was like, dude, you got a long face. And it freaked me out a bit. I'm gonna wrap it up here for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see a bit more, let me know in the comments. I will catch you next time.
Hey, be careful.